Hello Weekend Crafter! Welcome back to the Craft Time Studio. I'm Ange and I want to start off the new year with a color recipe. I've seen that a lot of you have started on your Valentine collection, and so I'm sharing with you my color palette for the season of hearts. I love making custom colors and coming up with interesting names for them. So for today, let's make Desert Rose, Strawberry Cream, Juicy Peach, and Barely Berry. So before we begin, let us clean our work surface. I prefer using a glass mat, and I clean this by wiping it down with some alcohol. Now that our surface is clean, we are ready to mix our colors. The first color we are doing is called Desert Rose. I will mix a third of Sculpey Premo in Cadmium Red and 2/3 Kato in Metallic Copper. I have to be honest with you and say that I dreaded opening some of my clay because I knew that a lot of them had been in storage for a while, and I was afraid that they would be super hard and crumbly. And I wasn't wrong. Just cutting into it, I could tell that it would need a ton of conditioning. I wrap the clay in soft plastic to keep all the bits together before pounding on them with a small hammer. It's only after I've pounded on it a bit that I run it through the roller. After that first roll, I placed everything back on the plastic and then pounded on it a bit more until the clay stuck together. I don't know if you have had the same experience, but I noticed that a lot of my darker clay, like my reds and browns, tend to harden first. As you can tell, I repeated the hammering process quite a bit. I find that pounding on my clay really sped the process of conditioning. I'm placing a link above on my favorite ways to condition hard and crumbly clay. As a final step, I added a third of Sculpey Premo translucent clay. After quite a bit of conditioning, these three colors combine into this earthy red color, which I'm calling Desert Rose. I started with this color first because we are using it as a base for all our other colors. The next color that we are making is Strawberry Cream. I used Sculpey Premo Beige, which again, unfortunately, was very difficult to work with because it was so hard and crumbly. Then, I got the same amount of Sculpey Premo translucent. And like I mentioned, we will be using the first color that we mixed, which was Desert Rose. I put in about a fourth of the Desert Rose color and conditioned these three colors together. Then, these got pounded again before I passed it through the roller. Let me show you how crumbly this was. Once all the three colors have been incorporated, I added a fourth of white and conditioned this. Now we have arrived at the strawberry cream color. The third color that we are mixing is Juicy Peach. We will be using half of the strawberry cream that we had mixed and adding in an eighth of Sculpey Premo in orange. After mixing in the first batch of orange, I felt that I could still amp the color with a little bit more orange. And then I wanted to lighten everything up, and so I added about an eighth of white. After conditioning, we now have Juicy Peach. And for the final color, which is Barely Berry, I cut a little bit of Juicy Peach and I added equal amounts of white and translucent clay. Think of a very muted pink, and that was my goal. The good thing about this is because we had conditioned all the clay beforehand. This was the fastest color to make. Next week, I will be sharing with you what I will be doing with these colors, so do stay tuned. And maybe consider turning on your notification bell so that you get reminded when I have a new video coming up. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't yet, I hope you do subscribe to my channel. Have a crafty weekend. Bye!